Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. So today is Monday, September 12th, 2016, and the current time is approximately 6:41 p.m. Today is Monday, or Day of the Moon in magical traditions, and I am readjusting myself, and I apologize for that because we're doing a few new things at the house of Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. We're doing a new video camera, new new look, and it's cooler so I can wear a fan, which is blowing in the wind, courtesy of my fan, as in Mr. Lighting and a Fan. So I want to acknowledge my 4 new YouTube channel subscribers. I'm very excited about that. So is that guy on the motorcycle. So first, we have Katie Flowers. I love her name. I can't really see the detail in the avatar icon, but it's beautiful, what I can see. Lars New York Anderson. This is one of the few people that I have had the honor and pleasure of meeting in person. I think of all my YouTube channel subscribers, he's one of 5 or 6 that I have had the honor and pleasure of meeting in person. And the great thing is that I've actually met him in person before I began making YouTube videos. Lars is actually a huge lover of anything connected to New York City, to the point that he has very the right word is not coming to me, but let me put it this way. New York is his official middle name. He has this exquisite tattoo of the Statue of Liberty, and he also has a tattoo of the I Heart NY symbol, you know, that you see on the t-shirts for the tourists and whatnot. So he's a huge lover of anything connected to New York City, and he visits New York City from his native country once or twice a year. So yes, I'm thrilled that he's one of my newest YouTube channel subscribers. Then we have Pamela Gattone, and I love her last name because, especially in you know, as somebody who gives readings at a place called Catland, and somebody who has been enslaved by cats all his life. Yeah, me. I'm the slave. Yeah. And there is an alpha female named Isis who I have, and under good authority by a very talented cat whisperer, prefers being referred to as the Dark Queen. When I heard that, a whole other word came into my mind. I'm actually going to keep it cleaner for a change and not say what the word is, but she knows. Where is she? Is she over there? Of course. Oh, okay. She's sleeping, supposedly. And last but not least, Hila Shanti. I love Shanti. It means peace in Sanskrit. Okay. So, several things. First, this past weekend I had a lot of difficulty engaging in a sacred solitude sojourn. Those of you that have been reading my primary, professional, metaphysically oriented WordPress blog, This Is Who I Am, there are scores of blog posts about sacred solitude and the blessings that I receive from it. Originally, it was going to be a 3-day sacred solitude sojourn from Friday, September 9th through Sunday, September 11th, which was yesterday. Unfortunately, I needed to remain in the world of men on Friday, September 9th, which was not by choice. There was something that I was unsuccessful in doing Thursday, September 8th, and it was necessary for my side position of employment. And you know, I really didn't have the luxury to say, well, screw you, I'm going to take care of this. I could no, I really don't think I could have. I think it would have been very detrimental to me professionally and financially if I had done that. So, but I already have another one scheduled for next month. I cannot wait. But I will say I did have an opportunity to spend time with the 4 spiritually uplifting books with which I've been working this year. And that made me very happy. I also took plenty of naps, which was very necessary, and I engaged in a lot of prayer and meditation, which was also extremely necessary. Eventually, I will do another video about how much more gorgeous and refreshed and restored I am after a legitimate 3-day sacred solitude sojourn, but that's going to be next month or sometime. So that's another thing. And I must confess, I have been pulling out all the stops because I am super excited about my upcoming Divine Prosperity event at Catland, which is in exactly 2 weeks and 4 days. I know I keep looking away from the camera and I apologize, but the calendar's there, the computer's here, and there's something over here that I want to get because I love it. It's beautiful, and I want to show it to y'all. So this is the postcard from Vistaprint. The double cornucopia I found via Google Images, and it made me so happy. I'm looking at it now on the side monitor, and it makes me so happy. You know, I've never seen a double cornucopia. And for as long as I've been reading prosperity books, this has been my personal favorite symbol of divine financial supply and wealth and opulence. It remains my favorite, and I finally paid attention to the seasons, and yeah, it's here someplace. I don't know where it is, but I finally found in time. Because Thanksgiving is 2 months away, so they have the cornucopia and they have the pumpkins and all that other nonsense. I finally found the cornucopia, and I'm gonna actually stick it on my window because it's a window decal. So I'm very happy about that. And the other thing that I want to say is I am very excited about this upcoming full moon. It is a full moon in Pisces. I happen to love the full moon in Pisces for a lot of reasons. Mainly, I love it because according to Raven Caldera's Myth Astrology, Planets and Pantheons, the deity that claimed moon in Pisces is Imoja, or Yamaya, or Yamaya. I've heard so many different pronunciations of her names over the years. Yamaya is the Afro-Caribbean goddess of the ocean waters. She is the defender and the protectress of women and their children. And she is also a full moon goddess. Now, generally speaking, anytime the moon is in Pisces, that is when, I'm going to say it like this, that is when, from a myth-astrological perspective, Yamaya's energies are stronger, and it is also an appropriate time of the lunar month to venerate Yamaya. But because she is a full moon goddess, when it is a full moon in Pisces, that is an especially auspicious and really extra powerful time to venerate Imoja. I love the Brazilian Portuguese pronunciation of her name, which is why so more often than not I refer to her as Imoja. The same thing holds true for moon in Libra. That was claimed by my personal goddess, the ancient Egyptian goddess Osset, who's more commonly known as Isis. And the thing about, again, from a myth-astrological perspective, when the moon is in Libra, that is when there's an extra oomph of Osset's energy. And it's an appropriate time to venerate her. But because Osset is also a full moon goddess, when the full moon is in Libra, which is always when the sun is in Aries, or almost always, that's a great time to venerate her. So I really haven't thought about what specifically I'm going to do for Yamaya. I tend to have a closer relationship with Oshun and Oya than Yamaya, which is ironic because Yamaya has the most similarities to Osset than Oshun or Oya for that matter. But Yamaya, Imoja is very sacred to me. I do love her. I do adore her. And, by virtue of the fact that she is a goddess of a flowing body of water, she is also a goddess of wealth, opulence, prosperity, and abundance. And yes, because my next Divine Prosperity event at Catland in Brooklyn is in exactly 2 weeks and 4 days, I've been focusing a lot on this particular lunar month and lunation. In spite of the fact that I have an affinity with 2 full moon goddesses, well 3 if you count Selene, who's the ancient Greek goddess of the full moon. I find that full moons are very mysterious. Like they're not always cut and dry for me. I do look at the transiting full moon sign, and I do look at that as a guide with regards to my ritual work and spellcraft. I will also say that the night of a full moon is already a waning moon. And that's something that you may want to keep in mind with regards to anything that you do, especially with regards to ritual work and spellcraft around the time of the full moon. But as I told somebody recently who had commented on one of my more recent YouTube videos, when it comes to moon magic, the most important component is following your feelings. Because remember, the moon influences our emotions. The moon influences our bodies. And of course it influences the ocean's tides. One of the most interesting things that I ever read about the full moon, or rather about a waxing moon, and it's so appropriate since I am Cuban as well as a Capricorn, sign of the horny goat, is that when it is 7 days before the full moon, that is called the moon heat. That is when a man's libido as well as a woman's libido is higher and stronger. So, although ever since I turned 40, I found that my libido tends to be stronger during a waning moon. Like if it's, in fact, it's the opposite for me. The last 7 days before the new moon, that's when my libido is really high. It's like, you know, I want to like grab somebody and like, you know, but that's another video that cannot be displayed on YouTube. Anyway, and no, those videos don't exist, just in case you're wondering. So I am very excited about what's going to be happening over the next 2 weeks. I'm very excited about what I'm preparing for the participants of the Divine Prosperity event. I actually found out that there's somebody else who's coming on the Facebook event page. Although for the record, there are 3 people that are going to be there that are not listed on the Facebook event page. So, you know, I like that. If it stays at that number or increases, I'll be extremely happy. And I'm also looking forward to purchasing more gifts for the participants. But I actually want to close this video around 13 minutes, which is so appropriate for lunar energies. But I do want to thank all of you for honoring who I am and what I do. I want to thank all of you for your beautiful comments, for your questions, for the views, and I love the fact that I have 4 new YouTube channel subscribers. I believe this is video 98 or 99. I'll find out soon enough. And do stay tuned for more lunar updates over the next few weeks. Thank you, and good night.